Okay, this is Falco, and today we're doing a little bit of a free lunge while I'm bitting him up. So he has a snaffle in his mouth right now and draw reins on the side. And the reason that I bit horses up here at the charity is a couple reasons. It's never to force them into a frame. I'm not looking to force him into a frame. What I'm asking of him is just to understand the pressure and release that happens with the bridle, and to understand that he also has a control over that, and he also has a decision making in that process. Because at the track, they're held on their mouths for the majority of the time, unless they're turned loose in a race or a workout to run as fast as they can. Walk. 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 So what he's learning, walk. Walk. Good boy. So what he's learning is that when he feels the pressure of the bit, that he can decide to release that by just bringing his head in and down. And you'll see today that I'm working with a flag instead of a whip. I don't normally like to use a whip. He responds nicely to this flag. It can make a little bit of a noise, but I don't like cracking the whips. That can bring a little bit of PTSD from these horses. So I don't usually use a whip. And the flag is good enough to ask him for what I want. And when I ask any of these horses to do anything, there's going to be 4 levels of ask. So the first thing I'm going to do is request it. The second thing, and give a pause. If he doesn't respond, then I'll amp it up a little bit more. So the second time I'll ask and give a pause. And if he doesn't respond, then I will tell. Give him a pause. If he doesn't respond, then the last thing is demand. And that's where there's no choice but to do what I'm telling him to do. So there'll be 4 levels of ask. That way he also has the choice of responding to the first level, the quiet level, and that way it helps teach him to listen to subtleties and also respond to subtleties without us both sort of yelling at each other. Walk. Walk. Good boy. So there I asked for a nice request, and then he didn't respond, so I bumped it up just a little bit with the pressure, and then he responded. And here it's okay to walk. Walk. Here it's okay to spook or get a little silly. We're not rolling. He loves to roll. So sometimes I have to put a little more pressure on him to know not to roll. So, like I said, in here, if he spooks or is a little silly, he's not going to get in trouble for that. The first thing that I want out of all of these horses is relaxation. So when we come in to work and play anything, we relax. So you see he got a little happy there, and then he came right back down and relaxed. So that was a good boy. All right, so now we're going to see if we can do a little trot. So again, I'll do the 4 levels of ask. Trot. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Now, what I'm looking for in this trot, I want a nice beautiful. I want a nice, he's showing exactly what I want. Nice and forward, but also relaxed. A little head drop. I would like a little more. Good boy. And I also am taking this time too to teach him what clucking means. So, because a lot of horses don't know. So when I cluck, I want a difference. I want a forward movement. Good boy. And whoa, walk. Good boy. Walk. Walk. Sometimes he gets a little stuck on the walk, and that's okay. So there's nothing that he's going to do that's wrong. He's just showing me stuff that he needs to work on. And I know that part of what he works on is his walking, which is totally okay. Just going to switch hands here. There we go. Good boy. So what I usually do is I usually do a T-word 2 to 3 times in each direction, depending on the quality of it. If he does everything right and everything good, then he gets his reward is we get to be done early. And so if he listens, walk, and does everything right, walk, then we get to, I release the pressure, and that's his reward. All right, let's try to trot again. Trot, trot, trot. Good boy. So again, we had to do it on the 3rd level, but again, that's all okay, and it's his choice. So trot, keep going. There we go, nice and forward. Good, like that. Beautiful. Good boy. Trot. Good, and I want to make sure he responds to that cluck. And then what I'm looking for now, because he's so relaxed, is just that little bit of head drop like he did there. Good, and whoa, walk. And so what that's gonna do is, because I'm rewarding him when he drops his head and relaxes like that, walk, is he's gonna want to keep doing that because he enjoys the reward of walking. So we're gonna get up here in this corner, and I'm gonna ask him to switch directions. So just pardon my hands. I gotta switch hands here. Okay. Walk. 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 There we go. So again, there's nothing wrong with not responding to the request. It's his choice, and I'll just amp up the pressure so that he understands. And sometimes it's just a clarity issue, like he's checking in to see, is that what you really want? Okay, now I understand. So there's nothing wrong with it. And even though I sound a little stern, I'm not angry. And sometimes I'll like amp up my adrenaline or amp up my presence to do something, but I bring it right back. So that he can feel my relaxation, he can feel my breath. And this is beautiful. You're doing a great job. Walk. The walk is a sticky point. Good boy. Good boy. And so this is pretty perfect. He's behaving so well and doing so nicely. Like, this is what I look for before I get on to ride him. And so doing such a good job today makes me tomorrow want to ride him and see if we can connect the gaps of groundwork and being ridden. All right, let's trot. Trot. Good boy. He was ready that time. Good boy. And again, a little head toss, no problem. A little playing, no problem. Just gonna keep relaxed. Good, good. But I want forward. So he dropped his head nice, but he's slowed down. Good boy. Whoa, walk. Whoa, walk. Good boy. And what also this is doing is teaching him voice commands, because racehorses do not know leg at all. They don't know what leg pressure means or is or feels like or any of that. So having these voice commands ready to go is just going to help me when I ride him, because then I can correlate voice commands to my leg pressure. Walk. Come on. Good boy. We're going to do a T-word one more time. Yes, you're so beautiful. All right. Trot. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Good. That's beautiful. Beautiful. He likes being called beautiful. Good boy. Good. Whoa, walk. Good. So he did amazing today, so that's why it's going to be so short. He did everything I asked. He did it beautifully. Just going to ask him to walk one more time around. Now, I don't do the canter work just yet because I want a very good, solid walk trot so that when we start doing canter work, if, you know, the canter goes wrong or something under saddle, I can always bring him back down to the trot. I know we've got a good solid trot. I know we've got a good solid walk. And then, good boy, I'm gonna ask him to stop. And then that way, good boy. That way I know that I can work with him on the trot. You did a great job. Yes, you're so beautiful. Yeah, you're such a good boy. All right, well, that's a day in the life of Falco. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah.